In 1980, after the attempted rescue of U.S. hostages in Iran, the military came to the conclusion that the failure of the mission was due to the lack of pilots and crew trained properly for the mission. Around the same time period, the OH-60 had been introduced to military usage. The OH-60 is an easy-to-deploy assault helicopter that is able to perform multiple tasks. The OH-60 is a four-bladed aircraft with twin engines capable of lifting objects as well as people. The helicopter has been in use for over 30 years now and has seen conflict all around the world. The pilots of the OH-60 and the 160th are specially trained to fly at night. They are also the first to fly with NVGs, or night vision goggles, in order to perform missions under the cover of darkness, giving them the name Night Stalkers. The 160s have been deployed in many operations. These operations include operations like Gothic Serpent, which is famous by a movie called Black Hawk Down. In this photo, there's a picture of one of the Night Stalkers who had been killed during the operation. Currently, the 160th are fighting the war on terror. An example of one of the operations involving terrorism is called Operation Neptune Spear, the operation that took down Osama bin Laden. The Night Stalkers are also trained to deploy fast ropes so troops can deploy on the ground quickly. The OH-60 is not the only aircraft that is used. The CH-47 is a larger helicopter with two sets of blades and is capable of carrying extremely heavy loads and lots of troops. There is also the MH-6 Little Bird, which has other variants, like the AH-6 Light Assault Helicopter. Being much smaller than both the CH-47 and the MH-60, the helicopter can land on rooftops and get in small, tighter places than other helicopters. This is a short demonstration I made to show how a Little Bird can land on a roof and then take off afterwards. The Little Bird is not only used for troop transport. As said before, the AH-6 is the attack variant of the MH-6. It is a six-bladed helicopter that is agile but lacks the ability to lift up heavy objects. Since 2001, the 160th have been fighting the war on terror and have a presence all over the world in order to fight back against terrorists, not just in the Middle East. Places like the Philippines or in Western Europe also have terrorism. As long as the war on terror continues, the Night Stalkers will remain around the world. The 160th, being special operations, working with operators daily to perfect a maneuver or a tactic that might be done in order to complete or use in a mission. The pilots train for months or years to get things right. Once the fire starts, however, things never go as planned. This is why the operators are well trained and can think on their feet to get the mission right. This is seen in Operation Gothic Serpent and in the 1980 mission with U.S. hostages. But it is not all skill and reflexes to keep the mission going smoothly. The helicopters flown by the 160th are special and have instruments made to help the pilots fly correctly during most weather conditions. With good equipment and high amounts of training, the 160th put their lives at risk for the sake of their country. The pilots fly in many parts of the world to act against terror and future threats against the American people.